Just when everyone thought Harry and Meghan were about to get the Netflix boot faster than a tourist wearing socks with sandals to Buckingham Palace, they've gone and pulled off the ultimate plot twist. And I'm not talking about a gentle surprise here. This is full-on I see dead people levels of jaw-dropping. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Because against all odds, despite critics sharpening their metaphorical knives and industry insiders placing bets on their departure, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have just signed a brand new multi-year Netflix deal. Yes, you heard that right. Extended their partnership, not ended it. So grab your finest china and buckle up, because we're diving into the most spectacular royal comeback story since the last time these two proved everyone wrong. This is Royal Cookies, and today we're serving up the piping hot tea on how Harry and Meghan just turned their biggest critics into their unwitting cheerleaders. Just 3 weeks ago, and I mean 3 weeks, the headlines were practically writing Harry and Meghan's Netflix obituary. "This deal is dead," screamed the tabloids. Industry experts were placing bets on when the axe would fall, and frankly, it looked about as likely as the king deciding to abdicate for a career in interpretive dance. The whispers were everywhere. Low viewership numbers, lukewarm reception, Netflix allegedly questioning their return on investment. It was like watching a slow-motion car crash, except the car was a golden carriage and everyone had their popcorn ready. But here's where it gets absolutely delicious, because while everyone was busy writing their obituaries, Harry and Meghan were apparently in boardrooms, charming the pants off Netflix executives faster than you can say Your Royal Highness. And then bam! August 11th, 2025, just 4 days ago. The announcement drops like a royal bombshell. Not only are they staying, they're expanding their partnership with a multi-year first-look deal through Archewell Productions. It's like watching someone get fired, only to find out they've actually been promoted to CEO. The audacity, the sheer, beautiful audacity of it all. This isn't just any old deal renewal. Oh no. This is Netflix playing 4D chess while everyone else is still figuring out checkers. Because here's the thing, they've signed a multi-year, first-look deal after rumors that they would be dumped. Which sounds lovely until you realize what that actually means. A first-look deal, my dear royal watchers, is like being invited to the party but not guaranteed you'll get fed. It's Netflix saying, "We like you enough to see what you've got, but we're not writing blank checks anymore." It's the streaming equivalent of It's Complicated on Facebook. Think of it this way. Their original 2020 deal was like having a royal wedding. Exclusive, expensive, and everyone had to show up. This new deal? It's more like a casual Sunday roast where you bring your own pudding and hope for the best. But here's the plot twist within the plot twist. This puts them in the exact same category as Barack and Michelle Obama. Yes, you heard that right. The Sussexes are now playing in the same league as actual former presidents. That's not a demotion. That's strategic repositioning. They've already delivered Polo in 2024 and With Love, Meghan earlier this year, and honestly, the response has been, well, let's call it mixed and leave it at that. It's like serving fish and chips at a Michelin-starred restaurant. Technically food, but not quite what people expected. But here's where the genius shows. They're not just throwing content at the wall to see what sticks. They're going niche, they're going personal, and they're going completely against the grain of what traditional royal content looks like. With Love, Meghan isn't trying to be the crown. It's trying to be something completely different. It's Martha Stewart meets Royal Rebel, and frankly, that's either brilliant or bonkers, depending on which side of the Atlantic you're sitting. And this is where Netflix's bet becomes clear. They're not banking on Harry and Meghan being traditional royals. They're banking on them being Harry and Meghan. Full stop. Controversial? Yes. Polarizing? Absolutely. Boring? Never. The deal comes despite criticism and mixed viewership numbers. And believe me, the critics have not been holding back. It's been like watching a royal roasting, and not the pleasant Sunday kind. The British press has been sharpening their quills like medieval scribes preparing for battle. Every viewing figure is dissected, every review analyzed, every social media comment turned into a 3-page exposé. But here's what's absolutely fascinating, and this is pure royal watchers gold. Netflix doesn't care about the British tabloids. They care about global streaming numbers, international appeal, and content that generates conversation. And love them or hate them, Harry and Meghan generate conversation like no other royals on the planet. It's like the streaming equivalent of any publicity is good publicity, except with more tiaras and significantly better production values. This deal renewal isn't just about Harry and Meghan. It's about Netflix making a statement. They're essentially saying, we believe in the long game, even when the short game looks shakier than a wonky pub table. And here's the kicker. Experts suggest this represents a downward trend and won't pay them as much as before. So Netflix is basically saying, we like you, but we're not drunk on royal fever anymore. It's business savvy meets royal reality, and frankly, it's probably exactly what both sides needed. Think about it, less pressure, more creative freedom, and the chance to prove themselves without the weight of a massive exclusive deal hanging over their heads. It's like moving from the royal box to the good seats, still premium, but with fewer expectations and more room to breathe. And with upcoming projects already in development, including Season 2 of With Love, Meghan, we're looking at a content pipeline that's designed for sustainability, not just splash. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve, preferably in a gorgeous shade of green.